Welcome, Carl.
Thank you, Joe.
What are we gonna do today, Carl?
Gonna play some slots, check out some new games. That there has actually been some pretty interesting releases, so gotta be on it as soon as it's available for real money, because that's when the real reviews can happen. Before that, it's all just I mean, it's basically a blind man looking at a painting and saying what he thinks about it, isn't it?
It's just speculating.
Yeah,
It's just theory crafting at that stage.
exactly. And now it's real science. Like this is what the actual game pays.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's bad, then we know.
So we're looking at xWays Hoarder 2 by No Limit City.
Mm. This one, I haven't really felt the same kind of awesome vibe, but maybe it's coming.
I don't think I've ever played the first one.
Don't you know? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, I haven't played it.
You haven't played Hoarder? Okay,
No.
it's a big game.
Oh, yeah, so we're playing on Svenska Spel, so there's no autoplay, I think. Unless I'm blind.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's probably a requirement from them.
Yeah.
So Svenska Spel is actually my favorite operator to play at, because they
Yeah.
seem to be the only one to do 96% versions of games.
Yeah.
Although this one is 94, so I'm not sure if they just haven't released the 96 or if Svenska Spel has somehow made a mistake. I'm not sure.
But yeah, I've heard that from other suites that they prefer to play on Svenska Spel. What they have is also it's quite easy to see the RTP all the time. You don't have to go into the rules and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think other casinos should take heed. Hopefully, like they can somehow show that like, you know, it's a competitive advantage to show the RTP and have a high RTP. Have 96.
Yeah, because I think it's really worrying how people are just every site is just doing 94% these days.
Yeah.
And they just rub it off as like it's okay to the player.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's basically a 50% reduction in playtime if you go from 96 to 94.
Exactly. The problem is it's just very hard for players to sort of organize themselves and do anything about it, because you know, it's just you're screaming into the void, and there's no place for that kind of thing to happen. And as soon as you try to talk about it as a player, like to other people, the discussion is always going to be marred by just general casino discussion. Like, should this even be legal to begin with? Like, you either have some people that say, or, you know, I don't care, like, as long as there's less of it, or there's no commercials or whatever. And so as a player, you kind of like, you got nowhere to turn to kind of improve.
Yeah, then I heard people were talking, this is from another provider who said that casinos were requesting less volatile games because they see a drop-off of players.
Yeah.
But they're putting out 94% RTP games. Of course they're going to see a drop-off of players. So it's they just don't understand that their own actions have consequences.
Yeah. Okay, the wild in there. Okay, the wild really helps us there. But then that's it, I think. Yeah, it's over. Oh, no, what is this? What's happening? Okay.
I have no idea.
It keeps on going. I thought that was our last spin. No, it is our last spin. Or what?
Yeah, it just went downstairs again.
It almost looked like a gamble thing, you know? I thought that was a long animation just to get us out for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and I mean, we've heard that as well. And there's so many of these, I think, quite harmful half-truths that float around among operators about like how things work, or like how, like, for example, they think that, you know, oh, you can't if you have a volatile game, then people are gonna, get a big win, and then as soon as they get a big win, that's when they're gonna take their money out, and that's not what we want as operators. So therefore, they start to build these hold metrics, right, where it's about like how much of the deposit can you keep and whatnot. And the problem with that is, and investors love to hear that kind of talk because they're like seeing how, oh shit, we're gonna like exponentially multiply all our income from each deposit. But over time, I think all that evens out. If you get a big win, that means that you got a big positive memory that allows you to sort of come back. And if you didn't, well, then you didn't, and that you'll get that deposit then, but over time you won't come back, etc., etc.
I feel mostly that most of the decisions are being made by people that don't really understand slots.
Yeah.
And other operators just get dragged along by bad decisions of other operators because they just are not internally strong enough to oppose. Like, this
Yeah.
is where the market is going. Shouldn't we follow the same thing? No, we shouldn't because XYZ. And it's that
Yeah.
XYZ that is kind of lacking with a lot of operators.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot of, of course, the operators are looking at data, and that makes total sense. And we don't have access to that data. So in that sense, I'm totally humble about that. But the question is like, on what time span? Or are you looking at like um, how rigorously can you actually identify the parameters that you're changing and like the effects that they have over a long period of time? Because I think that's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, because when I was a casino manager at Unibet, we did that test at some point where we took a lower RTP game and a higher RTP game. And we were running the exact same game, but then at different RTPs for a long period of time. And it was kind of not meant, but it was just like a mistake from NetEnt. This is, years and years ago. But they used that data to then look at, okay, what's been the impact of this game? And from that, they concluded that people who played this game a lot, the ones on the low RTP, they had a shorter lifespan. So the average lifetime lifetime was, let's say, 5 months on the low RTP, and then it was 7 months on the high RTP.
Okay.
And then the question is, do you make up for those 2 months in the 5 months or not?
Yeah.
And in that case, you didn't. You
No.
just were more profitable to extend the stay for another 2 more months.
Right.
So for me, it's always been, okay, you go with a high RTP. Like, players are going to lose their money anyways.
Yeah.
Just let them enjoy that time while they're losing it. Let's not frustrate them, because then, they're just not going to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm losing my money super, super fast here. I think I have to
Yeah.
like really lower. Want to do some meaningful bet. I just felt like we started in the beginning at the 60 kroner.
Yeah.
We hit the bonus almost immediately.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. Let's repeat that.
Yeah, in retrospect, I wish we would have talked about the actual bonus then. But I was so caught up in the discussion. But now I'm kind of missing that sweet sensation of bonus.
They love toilet paper, don't they? Not a bit
Yeah,
silly.
yeah, it's definitely one of their most popular symbols. This one also has a comeback of what I would say is Daniel Day-Lewis from Gangs from New York. That's the kind of robot guy. He was kind of in True Grit, the game as well. And then you have good old Karen, Man-Eater.
So is this their like best of version of a slot?
I mean, it's still Hoarder's sequel, so I guess it's not like an amalgamation of all of them. But I'm not sure which of these characters actually were in Hoarders. They were kind of like, I think it wasn't as outspoken that it was Karen in Hoarders. I mean, maybe it was, yeah. But the other characters, I feel like I didn't really see. But yeah, maybe as you say, now they're bringing them in because there is this ancient or future dystopy or apocalypse scenario.
So is that what's happening? It's like apocalypse,
Yeah.
and they're just hoarding.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember if it's they're hoarding because there's an apocalypse or they're just like they were hoarders and now they're in an apocalypse and they're sitting with all this crap. But there's definitely been an apocalypse. But I think the original Hoarders, it had just such a good, like, sort of bright and positive vibe in the misery. I think that was really awesome. And I guess this music still has it a little bit. Like the background is quite dark and gloomy. But the rest, I do like that there's some positivity in the music for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This
What is
one,
the
I'm not
loot
sure
respeed,
exactly.
actually?
Yeah. What does that one do?
I don't know.
I guess we have to land something else when that happens because it's been a few times and it hasn't really done anything for us.
I'm gonna have to lower to.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with 94%. Just run out of money instantly.
Totally. Okay, come on now. There's definitely something wrong there.
2 more spins.
No. Come on now. Last spin magic. No.
And I'm on my daily limit.
Oh, crap. This was one of the releases during the golden era of No Limit City when they had like their kind of claim to fame, or like when they sort of had this really upwards momentum. And they're doing great now as well, but they've kind of been like maintaining at a very sort of high level of hype. But this was one of the games that got them there.
Yeah. This is when they were still proving themselves.
They were already like on top at this point, I would say, but they had just gotten there, if you know what I mean. So it was kind of a solidifying.
Okay, there's no scatter boosts. So the toilet paper is still fully...
Yeah.
Still a full roll.
In a lot of ways, the symbols are the same, actually. It's the same motifs.
Just the characters are different, I guess.
I mean, it's also a lot of the same characters.
Yeah, I see now.
But also the farmer type, crazy farmer guy, he's there in that one. The guy in the orange jumpsuit as well is in the other one.
I don't remember the skeleton being there.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just move on from this. It's good to just have a look in how it visually compares, but we don't have to go into detail on this one.
Tanked is No Limit City's Pirates, where, juicy stuff. They actually took the product owner from that made Pirates from Elk, and he came in and made Tanked at No Limit City.
Aha. Well, that's interesting. When was this released?
This was released about a month ago, maybe.
Okay. Who is the product owner?
Yeah, so shoutouts to Tiger Holmgren. I hope he doesn't mind the outing.
Is it Tiger that did this?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
And he's been...
Because he's been at No Limit for quite a while now.
No, yeah.
At least half a year, no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's how long it takes to make a game, right? He wouldn't.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Because it's interesting, because if you look at Pirates, Crazy Pirates, and then you would contemplate how would No Limit City do this? I'm not sure I would have thought of this, which I guess is good.
It's a pretty crazy idea. I'm not sure where it came from, really.
I don't know how the eggs work, or the nests. Maybe there is no nest.
No, I think the main thing here is that you got these lives on each of the ones. So they can lose their lives. You're seeing in the bottom or in the corners of the grid. But we'll see if we get some action that pertains to that.
But also interesting, I haven't noticed on Big Win board that this is like one of the hyped slots, whereas Pirates always are.
Yeah, it has not achieved the same kind of click rate as Pirates. I think in general it's not been as big of a success as Pirates, I would say, but it's been pretty big success. Or like it did have some hype when it came, and I mean everybody was talking about how what the hell, like this is a Pirates. But it's pretty interesting. And then Tiger also announced himself, I think. And I think they were already speculating, like, hey, that there's this happening, and then it kind of came out.
Well, a lot of shenanigans is happening, so that's very similar.
Now they're all very close to each other. I don't know if they can do anything when they're close to each other. Special. Okay. So now they all have only one life left. I wonder what would have happened if they all died.
So why did he blow him up though? Did he like collect a bomb earlier?
Yeah, it could have been because they were close to each other, maybe. But randomly that can happen. I don't think he collected. Oh no, maybe it did. Maybe not.
Have you ever played Wasteland? Like an RPG?
Yeah, no, I've never actually played it, but I've seen it.
Because for some reason I've never had the idea when playing Pirates that I'm like looking at some sort of CRPG. But it's very similar there, where you have a wasteland landscape and then you kind of move a tank around from one position to another, where you can then fight or do missions or explore a village or something.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about the background here?
It's very minimalistic in that it's just a blown up area.
Mm-hmm.
So from that perspective, I guess it's appropriate. I don't mind it. I think it's actually quite nice, especially with the embers going off as well.
Yeah. When I look at it, it's like I agree. I think it serves its purpose well as a background. Okay, wait, we got some action going on here. Let's see if this actually triggers some cool stuff. Okay, got the bonus one. Scatter, but now it's looking grim. Can anything happen to...
No.
No?
It's a weird scatter as well. Just a big pint of beer.
Yeah? Why not?
I would have expected like a toilet roll.
That's actually being known in the city. I think
there's definitely a distinct lack of toilet rolls in this game.
Yeah, there must have been some tough calls there in the meeting room, in the boardroom, where it's like, what do you mean it's not a toilet paper in the game? Somebody's got them fired. But the background is a very different art style than the rest of the symbols.
Yeah.
And that could have been because they either found like a pretty good photo of it and they sort of made it, or they had AI draw it or something like that, and they just kind of applied some filters. Because it definitely would have cost a lot more to make the background the same style as the rest of the characters. I think it kind of works.
But I think there's also something to say that given that your grid is already so hectic and crazy, that you're probably better off with making something very nondescript.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You want something that you really don't really look at, but it keeps
Doesn't
the
get
right
in the way.
mood.
I'm still confused with lives though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it only really matters when you lose all the lives. Oh, okay, so they lost 2 lives on some of them.
Yeah.
They're coming back, and I guess they don't come back if they lost all the lives, but I think at that point, one of them... I won't spoil it, actually. But it's good if all of them die.
It's good, okay.
Okay,
so this one picked up a rocket now.
Yeah.
So he has a little red flag now on the back of his tank.
Yeah, that's indicating that like a feature will happen, but it's just checking that the rest of the spin sort of plays out before that feature comes into effect.
So then he kills
2 of those. So the blue one has only 1 life left.
Okay. This is more parrots.
Can something happen? Okay. The gun. Okay, that only shoots all 3. Or 4 even. Hell. It's very disappointing.
It's like in Call of Duty when you call in the airstrike and you kill your entire own team.
Yeah. Okay, now we get to see the drill.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Exactly.
Get exploded.
Oh, okay, he goes all the way there and then he takes... Damn, those wilds are locked in. Okay.
Okay.
Also Suka, or he said Suka.
I think he must be like a Soviet.
Yeah. But the blue guy is definitely Italian. He said idioti.
Okay.
So what are we saying? Is the green one American probably?
Green or teal?
And the teal maybe German? Or maybe English? I don't know.
You know, if you ever get like, did you play the game Worms?
Yeah.
If you get that as a brand, that would be a
Mm.
great IP for this type of game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you just have them say, you know, because they're always saying these nice things before they shoot people, but I only know them in Swedish.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about shooting each other as well, anyways.
Yeah. There was a Worms game, I think someone got that IP and did like a half-assed job of it.
Really?
Worms Reloaded.
In a slot?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slot. From Blueprint, running at 92% RTP. It's pretty nice. It's not, for anyone who didn't know. And yeah, it's a 5-reeler. Yada. Okay, so he's gonna drill towards the reds, where we only have 2 reds right now, but at least we have a bonus symbol there. Kind of a pointless situation. Can they swap places? Oh, he's gonna blow. Okay.
Yeah, so that must be just a random thing then. If they're all 3 of them together, maybe?
Yeah. Sometimes. Because they have been together quite a lot without doing stuff, I feel like. Okay, let's see if he blows himself up as well. Yep, he does.
Okay, we got 1 life left.
Yeah, okay, this could
On 3 of
be
them.
something. And there's some action gonna happen. So yeah, hopefully our dear Soviet comrade does something.
Okay.
Okay, now they died.
That's exactly like Worms as well.
Yeah.
Now those symbols get removed from the grid.
Exactly.
Nice.
And there we have the bonus.
Oh, we got the bonus as well. Oh, and then they come back. Okay, cool. Alright, let's have some carnage spins then. So fast. Jeez.
Okay, goodbye, spins. What the hell? Okay. I hope this isn't like a compensation spin.
Okay,
Oh,
instantly
he died
dead.
there. Interesting. That's pretty good. Okay, we have a 12x multiplier, 108 there. I think it's some decent money. Okay, yeah, we really want to keep going here. If we can blow all these people up, that's great. No.
It's just the red one that has 3 lives.
Yeah.
Interesting. Even though I really like the Pirates games, it's not like I've put in countless amounts of hours.
Yeah.
But I feel that for the kind of gameplay that it is, the Pirates team just made more sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit lighter, it's a bit more fun.
Mm.
This is supposed to be funny as well, but it's dark to begin with.
Mm.
Um, but it you know it scratches the same itch from that perspective, from a gameplay perspective. So I like it because it introduces some new things with the lives and everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of the pirate game has lives concept to
No,
it.
no, that's a whole new thing.
Oh.
Have you seen wilds in pirates? I don't think I have. Maybe they are.
Wilds. Yeah, there are wilds in
Okay,
pirates.
yeah. I feel like they are a bit more common here, maybe, but maybe
Maybe.
not.
Oh yeah, I've seen Casino Grounds, or Let's Give It a
Okay.
Spin play this on stream.
Okay. Did you get it? Because I feel like I can't remember it now
Kinda,
fully.
you know, lots of things exploding, and
Yeah. You
there were
get
like
cash.
lasers, like these laser stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the most basic thing is like you need to land these destruction symbols close to the sort of colored asteroids.
Yeah.
And you get some cash.
I think it's interesting how this type of game, if you go back to like 2006,
Yeah.
then we would have had a casino category on the website, and we would have one category called soft games.
Mm.
And this would have been a soft game because it's
Yeah.
like a slot, but it's not a slot.
Yeah.
And soft games were quite big, especially in the UK, because Playtech and Microgaming, they had all these exclusivity agreements with casinos,
Mm-hmm.
that they were the only ones that could offer something under the casino tab.
Mm-hmm.
And then independent studios were looking to come on board as well, but not via slots then.
You're
So they
right,
will
'cause
make
then
games like this, but it's just the slots companies today that make games like this, they're just so much more creative and interesting with the actual games that they come up with compared to back then.
yeah.
And I guess it's just because they're looking for what is the next stage of a slot
Yeah.
rather than the beginning concept of how can we make a game that is not a slot.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I do like this. I think it's a much healthier approach than just churning out another slot game that is done before.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
like to see
I
it.
agree. It's refreshing for sure, and in a sense, it is still a slot if you have like a wide range of payouts and there's no action that you need to take. Kind of, let's just sort of set your bet level and see what happens. But I agree with you though, like it is a different thing. And yeah, I think hopefully like players kind of I think it was really good for the industry, for example, that Pirates did well because that kind of allowed investments into this kind of thinking more.
Yeah.
And also Crash coming onto the scene and stuff like that, and Mines and stuff, it allows for more creative thinking. Whereas during those eras that you talk about, then it was kind of like, yeah, maybe you could make a buck from being allowed onto a very popular casino by circumventing like an agreement that they have with an exclusive provider. But otherwise, in general, the slots were just always making all the money, and you just
Yeah.
kind of it was just everything else was just some kind of excuse almost, and in a way, like players just really wanted to play slots more than anything else.
Yeah. Would be fun if we could get the free spins in this one.
Yeah.
Is it just the fact that you have to remove the 3 shields from the 1 scatter symbol?
I hope so, and
Because
believe
otherwise it
so.
seems really difficult.
Yeah.
And it's still a little bit unclear, like what is the alien head doing?
Yeah, but that one I think is quite rare. I haven't seen that in a lot, ever. So
Hi, Ailey Megan. Somebody in the chat.
Oh,
Yes, we are watching chat. But we are so preoccupied with the lasers and the aliens.
okay. Now we have quite a lot of, but we don't have any. Oh, it's up in the corner. Okay, now that one gave us 100, so that's a 5x. I mean, the payouts are quite small in general. But I guess the multipliers are decently sized. But like, I thought the alien would pay quite a lot because it was rare to even see it, but it paid 5x.
I wonder if they're all the same kind of value anyways, because they're just kind of the same-ish green.
No,
Some
I
ships
mean,
look a bit bigger than the others.
yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, the reason they're all green is like you want to classify that, these are payout symbols and these are not. And then I think, yeah, like the alien head, when it came up, it was, the number that came was different.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's like you would expect, sort of. So there was 10 for the alien ship, and then it was 2, like 0.1x for the asteroids.
Because it is very difficult to see the potential.
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels like it's you have to reach the bonus, or there's like nothing.
But even that bonus is like 90% of the spins, you don't even land the free spins thing. And then you still have to get, the 3 damages on it. So, I mean, this one, even if a bonus symbol comes in now, it's not going to get blown up 3 times, it feels like. So I'm really only feeling like I have a chance for the bonus when I'm landing, like now. And then just for a second.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be some explosives around the free spins.
So which one do you prefer, this one or tanked?
Tanked, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, again, like the potential is just not feeling like it's there. I think it's a fairly refreshing sort of take on a grid type idea, but on the whole, it feels a little bit barren. I also feel like the execution on some of these art parts is just way beneath Hacksaw standards. Like that Tychus type character, it just doesn't look as good as the other kind of things that they do. Yeah, like the frequency of seeing symbols that would even pay 5x is like super rare, and that just it makes no sense to me how it can feel this barren, given it runs on 96. I guess a lot comes in the bonus, but just I don't know. Charging my laser.
Is that what he said?
He said firing my laser or something.
Okay. Alien. 100.
But then again, like, how many multipliers are you seeing? None. So great. That can be 5x and nothing more. And that was the first time we saw the alien in a long ass time. Like, a lot of these symbols are behaving like they were 50x when they were 5x. Or even like 500x. I mean, a full line of explorers in Book of Dead, that's 500x, right? And I mean, you still see that. That's a full line, sure, but you see that symbol almost every other spin or so. And that's 500x, And here we're seeing this alien dude like 1 in every 10, 20 spins, and he's worth 5x. That's like, come on, man.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
Oh, there it is. The bonus, finally.
I didn't even...
No, I didn't see that either.
Okay, good. Seems like the alien evolved somehow.
Yeah. Got him.
I'm kind of expecting the multipliers to be sticky, but I think we just haven't had any yet.
Well, yeah, we got that one there. No, that was it. That went quick as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks a lot, Carl, for joining.
Thanks yourself. Didn't quite profit this time, but I guess, yeah, we didn't profit at all. Sorry about that, but next time.
Well, next time we're gonna try out the latest print, Lumberjack.
That's gonna be hype for sure.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff.
Thanks a lot.
for joining.
Have a good one. See you later.
Bye bye.